Hi, today you will learn how to add, how to subtract, multiply, and divide rational numbers, or it's a operation with rational numbers. For these numbers, or for this operation, you have to remember how to add fractions and how to subtract fractions. But in this case, we are going to use a smile face method, or it's a cross multiplication and a smile. Remember, the cross multiplication and a smile, or it's a the happy face, is just for adding and subtracting fraction with an unlike denominator. For multiplication, we are going to multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator, and we are going to reduce the fraction if it's necessary. For divisions, we are going to use reciprocal. The reciprocal means to switch numerator and denominator the position. For example, if you have the fraction 2 over 5, the reciprocal is going to be 5 over 2. And we are going to change the sign of division by multiplication. Decimals, if you want to convert the percent to decimal, we are going to divide by 100. If you want to convert the decimals to percent, we are going to multiply by 100. I'm going to explain you with this example. Remember, for adding and subtracting fractions, we use happy face. So it's in this case, we have 1 times 4, 2 times 3, and 2 times 4. And in this case, we are going to have equal 1 times 4 is equals to 4, plus 2 times 3 is equals to 6, 2 times 4 is equals to 8. And you will have 4 plus 6 over 8. So that means 4 plus 6 is equals to 10 over 8. And if you want to simplify this fraction, because sometimes it's necessary to simplify, so it's going to have 5 over 4, because you divide 10 by 2 and 8 by 2. And your answer is going to be 5 over 4 in this example. So now we have the subtraction. For subtraction, you have to use the same idea. It's a 3 times 4, 2 times 1, and 2 times 4. Remember, it's happy face. So we are going to have 3 times 4 is equals 12. 2 times 1 gives us 2, but in this case it's subtracting because the operation is subtracting fraction. And 2 times 4 is equals to 8. Then you will have 12 minus 2 gives us 10 and over 8, because we copied that denominator. If you simplify, this one is going to be 5 over 4. And this is your answer for this subtracting of fractions. So now we are going to pass to multiplication. Remember, to multiply fractions, you multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. So in this case, we are going to have 1 times 2 give us 2. 5 times 6 give us 30. Remember, it's important to simplify. You're going to have 1 over 15 because we divide by 2. And this is your answer for this multiplication. Now we're going to divide fractions. Remember, for division of fractions, you have to use the reciprocal. And we are going to apply the reciprocal in one of the fractions, or in the second fractions in this case. So we are going to have 1/4 divided by 2 over 3. In this 2 over 3, you need to apply the reciprocal. So you're going to have equal. So that reciprocal means to switch. Remember, numerator by denominator and denominator by numerator. So you're going to have 1 over 4. We change the division by multiplication, and we apply the reciprocal in this fraction. That means 3 over 2. Don't forget, please, to apply the reciprocal. Now we have a simple multiplication of fractions. 1 times 3 give us 3, and 4 times 2 give us 8. In this case, we cannot reduce the fraction, so we are going to leave like that. And we are going to close the answer. Now, remember, we have a percent. In this case, this percent, 30%, we are going to divide by 100 because we need to change this one first to a fraction, and then we're going to change to decimal. So we're going to have 30 over 100, and if you want to reduce this one, it's going to be 15 over 50. And if you want to continue reducing this fraction, you can divide by 5. So we're going to have 3 over 3 over 10. 3 over 10. And that means this is the fraction, but you can convert this decimal into this percent into fraction. How? You're going to divide 30 divided by 100, and it's going to be 0.30. Why 0.30? Because remember, here we have 2 zeros. We need two numbers after the point, or 2 digits after the point. So in this case, you have two options. You can convert this one as a decimal, or you can convert this one as a fraction. Remember, it's according to your problem. In this case, we have a mixed number, a mixed operation here, that is 60% plus 2.45. So in this case, it's easier to convert this one as a decimal. So 60% as a decimal gives us 0.60 plus 2.45. Remember, when you add decimals, you have to line up the point, the decimal point. So in this case, I'm going to do it in vertical form. So it's going to be 0.60 plus 2.45. But remember, you have to align the decimal point. So we're going to have this one like this. So, and then you add the corresponding positions. So in this case, we have 0 plus 5 gives us 5. 6 plus 4 gives us 10, and we have 1. So we add 1 here, and 1 plus 2, it's going to be 3. And the point we're going to do in the lineup. So it's going to be 3.05. And this is your answer for this word problem. Now, here we have 1/4 plus 75%. In this case, if you can convert this fraction into terminating decimal, you can do it. But in this case, I'm going to convert this one into terminating decimal. If you divide 1 divided by 4, it gives us 0.25 plus 75%. Remember, 75% as a decimal, it's gonna be 0.75. Then these two you add using this idea. Remember, you have the point need to be lined up. So you're gonna have 0.25 plus 0.75. Remember, sometimes you're gonna work with the fraction because when you try to change the fraction to a decimal, you're gonna have repeating decimal. So you have to work with the fraction and not with the decimal. And we are going to have in this one 5 plus 5 gives us 10. We have 1. 2 plus 7 gives us 9 plus 1 0. Or it's a 10. And we have 1. So we're going to have 1.0. Remember, the point needs to be lined up in the same position. So it's like this. Need to be lined up, okay? Or need to be lined up like this in this case. Now here we have 20%, 0.254, and 3.1. The three of them are rational number with terminating decimal. So this 20% I'm going to change to decimal. 0.20 plus 0.254 plus 3.1. And then you're going to add them. Remember, first from left to right, because it's like a pandas. So pandas means the order of operation. First, I'm going to add these two numbers, so it says it's gonna be like this. Or you can do the 3 in a lineup like 0.20 and then plus 0.24. Remember, you have to be lined up plus 3.1. In this case, I'm gonna try to line up each one, and it's gonna be like this. Now, as you can see, and this one, the rest of this one, you can complete it with zeros. Okay, remember it's important because you cannot confuse if you add these 3 zeros here. Okay, so and then you're gonna do the addition of them. You're gonna add because all of them are addition. If it's a first addition and then subtraction, you're gonna add first these two and then you are going to subtract them. Now the answer is going to be 0 plus 4 plus 0 is gonna be 4. Then 0 plus 5 plus 0 is going to be 5. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1 give us 5. So we're going to have here, it's going to be 5. And then 0 plus 0 plus 3 is give us 3. And remember, you have to be lined up. So here is the point. 3.554 is the answer. Now, in this case, pay attention in this case because you have fraction, fraction, and this percent. So we are going to convert this one as the percent into fraction. So 1 over 4 plus, in this case, minus 2 over 3. And the fraction we are going to convert to decimal over 100. Remember, because we changed the percent into decimal. And then you are going to apply the happy face with these two. Oh, it's a 1 times 3, 4 times 2, 4 times 3. So we are going to have in this one the fraction 3 times 1, it gives us 3, minus 4 times 2 gives us 8. And 4 times 3 give us 12, plus 30 over 100 that we reduce 30 over 100 here and we have it 3 over 10. Remember, 30 over 100, when you simplify, give us 3 over 10. So now we are going to work with this one. 3 minus 8, remember the operation for integers. 3 minus 8 gives us negative 5 over 12. Because 8 is greater than 3, plus 3 over 10. And then you have to reapply the happy face again. So it's going to be 10 times 5, 12 times 3, and 12 times 10. Now, you are going to do this one like that. So remember, it's cross multiplication. It's multiplication, not addition. So you're gonna have this one. 10 times negative 5, so it's give us negative 50. Negative 50 here. Remember, it's negative because it's this one. And 12 times 3, in this case, is plus 36. We are going to take this negative just for this number. So we're going to have 12 times 10, it's given 120. And then we are going to have negative 50 plus 36 equals to 100. And finally, the answer is going to be 14 over 120. And remember, you can reduce this one as with the fractions is going to be 7 over 60. And this is going to be the answer. Remember, the happy face method, the reciprocal for division, and the percent for when you have percentage like that, okay? And remember, the smile method, it's only for adding and subtracting fractions.